global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. The issue of CAMA is getting really serious as the federal government has declared their stand over this matter. Bishop David Oyedepo have gotten another voice supporting him. Other pastors are beginning to lend their voice into this matter. It is now a fight of the titans as the federal government have made up their mind that all religious body, as a matter of urgency, must submit their details of their finances. But before we go to the newspaper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Alright, report has it that the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, has said that there will be no going back on the issue of the New Company and Allied Matters Act, CAMA. CAC said that the new act has come to stay in the country despite the public outcry that has greeted it. The commission said it was only waiting for the legislature to gazette it for immediate implementation of the law. The CAMA bill was recently signed into law by the President Muhammad Buhari and was included in his list of achievements for the last 1 year. The Christians Association of Nigeria, CAN, has recently described CAMA as a satanic, demanding that the president holds the implementation of the obnoxious and ungodly law until religious institutions are exempted from it. The CAC Registrar General Alhaji Garba Abubakar, while speaking to Commerce Correspondents Association of Nigeria CICAN in Abuja yesterday, wondered why the act was being opposed by religious bodies, especially the churches. They must henceforth subject their finances and expenditures for proper auditing and copies sent to us at the CAC, he said. He explained further, the new legal framework applies to all organizations registered with us, be it a religious organization, NGO, or CSO. Remember that they all also have constitutions guiding them. The criteria to be a trustee of registered organizations are clearly spelled and in the law establishing them as well. How is it that a registered member who qualifies to be a trustee in an organization would not want government to know how the organization is run? What are the responsibilities of the trustees? What are the responsibilities of the governing council or the body or even the board? How do you manage the affairs of the organization? How do you use or expend the income and properties of the organization? How do you appoint members of the governing board? These are the issues the new CAMA has come to address. Now let's quickly look at what other pastors are saying concerning this matter, because of a truth, other pastors have started speaking up concerning this matter, because this eventually affects each and every one of them. Well, the senior pastor of Awaiting the Second Coming of Jesus Christ Ministry at Giwa says the dream of President Muhammad Buhari to control the church through the Company and Allied Matters Act, that's CAMA, cannot come true. The cleric said in a statement on Saturday, specifically urging President Muhammad Buhari not to flex his muscles at the church because nobody owns it. Reacting, Giwa wondered why the President Buhari would not focus his energy on security, corruption, and Nigerians' bad economy. The pastor alleged that the president is doing everything possible to silence the Church of God. The outspoken clergy, however, advised President Muhammad Buhari to control the killings and other terrorist groups in the country before fighting the church. President Buhari wants to use the CAMA law to silence us from speaking against injustice, maladministration, and killings under his administration. It's not possible because the Lord has declared the bill dead. Who controls his finances? How dare President Buhari and his agent fight the church? I think he should flex his muscles at fixing Nigeria instead of flexing his muscles at the church. Nobody owns the church, and I believe his vice president, who is a Christian, should educate him. If you are fighting the church, you are fighting God, and no one can fight God. Now, let's quickly go and feel the pulse of Nigerians over this matter. Trust us, Nigerians will always react. Let's quickly hear what they say concerning this. This one here is saying federal government should first manage their finance before looking up for who to help. This one here says, oh, next level indeed. This one here is saying, it's the job of the federal government to protect its citizens from scammers. This one here is saying, those against CAMA, that's the CAMA amendment, are either ill-informed or mischievous. In sane societies like United States of America, South Africa, United Kingdom, Europe, Australia, and so on, there are agencies that regulate religious organizations such as CSOs and NGOs. Why should Nigerians be different? Some people said it is a fight against the church, and I ask, which church? If the Bible is right, the church is the congregation of believers. It is not a building or religious organization, and believers don't need any formal nomenclature or organization to worship. The Bible says, where 2 or 3 are gathered, Christ is present. The Bible never said people should establish organizations, neither did the early churches establish organization. He said, now let's look at this. A man wakes up on a faithful morning. He approaches CAC, which is the government, to register his organization, which he names XYZ Church. He lets himself, his wife, his kids, or associate as trustees. He gets certificates from the government to operate. Yet he argues with the government that they have no right to regulate his activities of the same organization that he went to government to register. He shouts persecution, war against the church and God. Meanwhile, he is the final authority and the CEO in the religious organization and won't hesitate to show the exit door to anyone that questions his authority. The irony is that he abides to the similar laws abroad. As much as I'm not a fan of this administration, I support this CAMA, although Nigerian politicians are useless. Fact, FGR or any other government cannot regulate church, congregation of believers. Even the Roman government couldn't regulate the church. However, government can only regulate religious organizations, formal organizations that are registered with the government in line with the constitutional mandate. The rule is simple. Don't register your organization with government if you don't want to be regulated. Same way you don't register your business and NGO with government if you don't want their regulation. This is serious. But let's look at this. If you are saying on that ground, it's a nice idea really. But what about the issue of transparency? You're comparing Nigeria with other international bodies, CICAN. These are organizations that are very transparent. They're also straightforward. But our economy, our politicians over the years have shown that they are not transparent and they lack integrity. We've been hearing issues of looting, corruption here and there. Now, with church being involved, they could actually be bending the hands of the church at will if at any time the church is trying to play hanky-panky or trying to, question whatever it is they feel is not right. They can just walk on your board of trustees since you're trying to be a hard nut to crack. This is just my perspective. If you're comparing Nigeria, compare Nigeria in all terms. The Senate claims you're comparing Nigeria with their laws, their politicians are much more transparent than Nigeria is right now. So that's why you see a lot of outcry out there. People believe that there's a sinister move, judging the fact that the government of the day have more people, a particular sector of the economy, a particular sector of the nation, concentrated in the hands of affairs. So which means they can actually decide to upturn a lot of things and others can't say what. So that's why you see Nigerians, getting all worked up and all not comfortable with the amendment. If it was a situation where all tribes, all religion are well represented, why? It's a welcome idea. It's a way of even checking some of our GOs that are having exorbitant, lifestyle, living an exorbitant lifestyle, while their church members are in abject poverty, But then the question is, how transparent is this administration such that they are not going to come around and bend the hands of some of these general overseers and owners of churches, as the case may be? But let's continue with what people are saying. This one here is saying, are you comparing your tithes and offerings and seed to your tax, which is more? Government gives you police, cheap university, fairly functioning hospital that can save your life in emergency. What do your church provide again? This one here is saying, I blame the Senate for passing such outlandish law. This will only lead to religion tension. Watch out. This one here is saying the church will always win. This one here is saying there are some aspects that make sense in the law, and I will not like a situation where people will form NGO, including churches, and turn it into family business also. However, government should understand that spiritual issues are different from physical issues. I therefore suggest that government should not interfere in church affairs except the church is going contrary to its constitution. Whatever the case is, this is a strong one. But that's why we're going to wrap it up, because Nigerians are really talking on social media over this matter. Right now, it's now a case of all churches have to submit their financial account, their financial situation right now. But the question is, will the big churches, adhere to this rule? Don't forget, the Bible says we should obey the law of the land. Time will tell. Let's keep our fingers crossed as we give you more updates on this and much more. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice time.